Hello, welcome to a string of content. We're going to call it an opinion piece. Today's topic is quit powerlifting and what is real strength. This is kind of in response to some of the noise that if you followed lifting forums quite a lot, you'll be well aware of. There's been a lot of kind of chafing and a lot of back and forth going between advocates of multiply federations and people who aren't so happy with what they do. This is all kind of in response to some of the some of the articles coming out of the JTS website regarding raw versus equipped lifting. I'd just like to talk about it for a bit and maybe put a non-American viewpoint or a different spin on it and see where someone else might be coming from. I watched the video yesterday. It was 8 minutes long. It was kind of a preview to a seminar that the JTS guys gave, and was Brandon Lilly talking about taking back real strength. During the preamble, he talks about his history as a lifter, lifting with Westside, lifting at the Westside gym with Louis Simmons, lifting with Jag Wagner, and just talking about that, and talking about how when he was an 18-year-old kid, he managed to squat 660, deadlift 670, bench 440. I'm not sure if that's raw or in single ply. To be honest, it's pretty present whether it is or not. But he was saying when he was training with Chad Wagner, he came out of the equipment and he went to squat 650 pounds, and it was kind of like a wake-up call for him because he got doubled over by 650 pounds the way he squatted when he was 18. This was when he was 26. So what I like to talk about is just in my opinion, what the equipment does for the sport. My opinion on the matter is that the equipment kills our sport. Completely just makes a barrier to entry to anyone who wants to kind of enter it. If you're a novice and you want to do a comp, before the advent of classic or unequipped or raw powerlifting, you'd need to buy squat suit, which would be £100 or $150. You need to buy a bench shirt, which is another £100 or $150. You need to buy a deadlift suit, which is another £100 or $150. That would be on top of you. Knee wraps, more money. Shoes, maybe not necessarily. You need to fork out for a belt. You need to fork out for your powerlifting membership. You need to fork out for all these things just to start doing a sport that involves you and a barbell. Where the sport kind of diverged from you and a barbell, I don't know, but it was definitely a negative thing for the sport. If you look at what we're watching weightlifting, anyone who watches weightlifting is ever not impressed. It's blatantly obvious that what they're doing is an impressive feat of strength. If someone clean and jerks 250 kilos, it looks amazing. It's athletic, it's powerful, it's strong. It's over a large range of motion. It's an impressive thing. If you watch someone squatting a big weight raw or benching a big weight raw, deadlifting a big weight raw, it looks impressive. And you don't have to preamble it with saying, if someone in the gym asks you what's the biggest squat and what's the world record squat, I have to tell them, oh well, there's the biggest raw squat and then what's raw. And then as soon as they ask you what's raw, you have to explain to them what equipment is, and you shouldn't have to do that. The sport it's about strength if it's a strength sport. Strongman's, with an Atlas stone, there is no suit to help you with the Atlas stone. It's shooting the stone. Strongman does use some equipment, granted, but it's nowhere to the level it is in powerlifting, where you see guys claiming 1,000-pound squats when what are they capable of doing without the suit to an IPF depth? I have absolutely no idea, but they will claim 1,000 pounds, 454 kilos, and it's a fairly common thing with the equipment. There's a lot of lifters doing it. There's not a lot of lifters doing it in the IPF and single ply. There certainly isn't a lot of lifters doing it raw. I don't think anyone's done 1,000 pounds yet raw, as in just a belt. But there's so many people claiming it, and it stratifies our sport completely. What I'd like to see would be everyone to come out of the equipment and lift under the same rules. not even going to touch on drugs because that's a whole other topic, and that's in all strength sports. And whether you agree with that or not is a completely different thing. But the equipment, that's something entirely different. The sooner we get rid of the equipment in our sport, the better it's going to be. I don't have to look at someone like, if I look at a lifter like, can't really think of a decent multiply lifter. What's a famous one? If I look at Matt Kroc and look at him squatting, now I see raw videos of him squatting 180 for 20. It's a fairly impressive lift, but I can do that. But I can't squat 1,000 pounds. If I watch him squatting in a multiply suit, claiming all these big numbers, I can't relate to that. And I'm a powerlifter. I've been a powerlifter for 7 years. I can't relate to what he's doing. I don't know what that actually is. If I can't relate to it, then how the hell is someone who doesn't even engage in the sport meant to relate to it? It makes no sense. It's crazy. It's like a little Never Never Land that people engage in this sport. And it really, in my opinion, the sooner it stops, the better. Even single ply, I don't want to. I don't really want to. I'm not accusing anyone of cheating. This isn't what this is about. I think it just spoils the sport completely. And you're watching these videos of weightlifters. You're watching these videos of raw powerlifting. It's awesome. It's great. And it's something I'd really like to grow in popularity. Something that everyone, well, not everyone do, as many people as they want to do, can do it. All you need to do to engage in the sport is learn how to squat, learn how to bench, learn how to deadlift, rock up and compete. And maybe all you need to buy is a belt that would really, really help the participation. And participation is a big thing. We're not a big sport. Having all these different federations, having all these different rules is not helping our sport at all. And IPF are trying to get powerlifting in the Olympics, and it'd be a much easier task if there was just one body, one federation, one set of guidelines, one set of rules, one set of testing protocols. And a lot of people are going to say, that's never going to happen. Well, that's a defeatist attitude, and I don't want to have that attitude, and I don't want to listen to people with that attitude, because it's not going to advance anything. It's not going to get us anywhere. There are so many great athletes in our sport who will never get the chance to represent their country at the Olympics, or like at a large, like Commonwealth Games or something like that, like a large sporting venue, like Marius Steiner, who won a gold for Germany. There's so many other athletes that will never get that opportunity because of the way our sport is. It's a crying shame. And for the better of the sport, if we all just get under one set of rules, we all got rid of the suits, we got rid of everything. Was you belt, barbell, one set of rules, that's it. It would be much, much better for the sport. You ever watch people, or you ever listen to lifters talking and about the haters on YouTube? It's hilarious. People aren't detracting from you to detract from you. They're questioning what you're doing for a reason, and you're getting defensive. I'm not defensive about what I do. I don't need to be defensive. What I've achieved, as mediocre as it might be by some standards, I've achieved it legitly. I haven't relied on learning how to use a squat suit. I haven't relied on how to use a bench shirt. Sure, the forms on the training list might be a bit whack, but it's me doing it. I've trained to do it. It's me that's done achieved it. I haven't spent more money than someone else on some kind of new fancy suit that's made me lift more weight, or I haven't changed federation where the rules are less strict so I can lift more weight. Also, I can put some kilos in a total. It doesn't mean anything because it wasn't done to good rules. Wasn't done. I'm starting to rant here. someone who squats 450 kilos in the IPF versus someone who squats 450 kilos in a non-IPF federation like the SPF or another one of the federations that use mono lifts. That is not the same feat of strength. Although someone might claim it to be the same feat of strength, it is not. In IPF, the equipment is regulated much tighter, it's much less supportive, you have to walk it out, and you have to squat it to a good depth. And the judging is, although not universally, strict and fair. It is, for the most part, strict and fair. And you don't have judges coming up shouting, you're trying to get the lifter to, pass the lift or to over-eager to pass the lift. Well, that's some things the IPF could maybe learn from the American federations, is the supportive atmosphere they have, and the kind of the good-natured atmosphere they have, like Strongman has. That's maybe somewhere where the IPF could improve. But that's a peripheral thing in my mind. In my mind, what we need to do is all get under the same banner, all get under the same rules, get rid of the suits, get rid of everything, just all lift together. There's no point going to world championships if you're going to compete against one person. It's not a world championships. I went to the IPF Classic and I got my ass handed to me by lifters that were just better than me. And that's fine, I'm cool with that. Now I came 16th out of 24 lifters. I'd rather do that than win versus 2. Because at least I know I went to where the competition is at. I went to a legitimate world championship. And the standard of that world championship is only going to get better. And that's awesome. That's a great thing. I would much rather compete in a deep, hard field, get my ass handed to me, than go somewhere else because it's easy, or because they lift the rules that allow me to do what I want to do. But that's where I'm coming from anyway. And some people might not agree. I have a feeling, however, that this would be the majority opinion, and the sooner that we take back our sport, get rid of the equipment, get rid of the other federations, all get under the same banner, and all lift just to see who the actual strongest is, new barbell rules, the better. I'm going to stop there because I'm going to stop. I'm ranting a bit and kind of going around in circles. So, hope you enjoyed the discussion, or the one-sided discussion. Hope it didn't ruffle too many feathers. And if you want to discuss it, feel free to leave comments down the bottom. It's all good. We'll see you next time. This is just a little note of credit to the Strength Peak compilations. This is Strength Peak compilation 4, 3, I think, that I stole off YouTube. I'll leave a link to it in the comment section. Okay, so looking forward to hearing some opinions, and I'll see you next time. Your opinions, that is.